Yes, Wake Up Nigeria is joined by veteran comedian and award-winning actor, Okey Bakassi. In 2014, Okey won Best Actor in a Leading Role category of the 2014 edition of the Best of Nollywood Awards. And the role was in the movie Onyozi. One movie Mike mentioned earlier was Pam Pam. And we said we were going to ask him about that from way back. Good morning, okay?
Good morning this morning, Titi. How now?
Fine, thank you. I feel like calling you Egbon, okay, or Oga, okay. I can't just be calling you okay. I just feel
Anyone,
like I have to put some respect in the. Is it Mr.
you see
Okay,
the
Bakassi, or how do I do it? Uncle, okay? How?
okay is enough. Okay is good enough. The name is simple and straightforward, so I wouldn't mind.
I have to say you are looking really, really good. For those that don't know your age, you could tell a lie and get away with it, so to speak. I have to ask if there's something special you've been doing to keep yourself looking this young.
My personal mantra is the pursuit of happiness, and once you're a happy person, every other thing falls in line. So for me, it's about living right, eating right, and same way you want to treat people right, you treat yourself right.
So
So that's it.
you've always been like this. You've always been into staying healthy, eating right, and all that. But I know that along the line, a lot of people just sort of fall by the wayside. They change their mind along the way. Speaking of changing your mind, now that you've been at home, have you joined the group of chefs that have been cooking up a storm and then eating as much as well?
Yeah, I've been doing I live alone, so I've been doing the cooking myself. So I've always been an awesome cook. So this period is no different. Uh, Fortunately, I can cook the things that I can eat, and I can cook. I'm a good cook. I started way back even during my university days. So so that's cooking is not a problem for me. Some people see it as a chore. I don't see it like that. It's a fun thing for me to do. Uh,
I think
but not
you've probably inspired someone at home, a man at home right now to enter his kitchen and do something good. But I have to say the fact that you're at home, many people know you to be an MC, an event MC as well as a comedian. And during this time, events are at a standstill. So how have you been able to manage?
this we in the entertainment industry, especially MCs, comedians, we are the worst hit. Okay, we've been rendered jobless. We are currently unemployed. No thanks to COVID-19. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's already tough now. Post COVID-19 is also going to be very difficult because we'll probably be the last set of people that will have to go back to work, you know, because of the social distancing thing, until people can gather and converge again, we have no job. So this period of lockdown is a period for us to reflect on the way forward, begin to re-strategize, reprogram ourselves, and see how we can be relevant post COVID-19. It's not going to be easy, anyways. It's tough. So government should be considering us when they are doing the list of people to give palliative. They should be looking like
I think you decided to throw in a joke there at the end of that, right? A joke. But my main concern now is for
yeah.
when things do go back to normal. There was a lot of competition even before the lockdown began in the industry. A lot of people were thinking that the comedy industry was getting saturated. But what would you say to that particular comment if someone came to you with that?
You see the sky, they say, is large enough for all birds to fly. Okay. Um, what share of the world market does the Nigerian entertainment industry even hold for us to say is saturated? Okay. Nigeria, we like to, drop this our large figure of we are about 180 to 200 million people. How many people have seen our shows? The population of Lagos, let's say roughly in the range of 20 million people. How many people come to the venues that we have? Okay, one of the biggest venues in Lagos that we all know will probably sit about maybe maximum 7,000 people. What is 7,000 people compared to the population of Lagos that see concerts? So if you say we have too many comedians, I don't think that is actually correct. Look at the numbers. So if all these comedians, how many thousand comedians, even if we have 5,000 comedians, for example, which I don't think we have, like those who are professionally practicing. Now spread them all across the country. Will they be able to entertain 180 million people? The answer is no. So the numbers we are not where we are supposed to be as an industry. I understand people's concern. Everybody wants to do a show in the city of Lagos. So at the end of the day, you have every weekend there's a concert, every weekend there's a concert. It looks like it's too much because of the noise it's generating in Lagos. How many of those concerts are actually successful? So yeah, those who are very serious will succeed. The pretenders will fall by the wayside, but the competition will continue.
I want to pick on something you mentioned there. You said professionals in the field. And Mike and I started a conversation earlier talking about standards and how the standards of comedy have changed over the years. Now, to some people's opinion might be that the standards have dropped. Some people would have said that the standards have evolved. What would you say to it? Where would you stand?
I wouldn't say the standard has dropped. Certainly evolved, yes. Okay, what has happened over time is that we've been gifted with so many different platforms for people to be able to express their talent. So when people like us started, for example, we didn't have the advantage of social media. Okay, it was live audiences. Jazzville, Onike, Yaba used to be the place where everyone went to test their skills. Everyone went to be noticed. But today, right there in your living room, in your bedroom, you can project your art form via, Instagram, all the other Facebook, just name all the platforms that are available to entertainers today to showcase what they have. So what has happened is that while some people have chosen social media as a platform for them to market themselves, some people are applying their trade live, entertaining live audiences. Some are using cable TV, or terrestrial TV. So you have these multiple platforms now that have become available for entertainers to showcase themselves. So while some people will excel, do very well as social media comedians, if you allow me to use that description, when you bring some of them to live concerts, they may underperform because it's not their area of comfort. Those who are used to performing live will do well live. And maybe sometimes they have a challenge when they try to create content and put on social media. But over time, you will see a blending of all these platforms. And those who are versatile, like I always say, will continue to be versatile. Those who want to maintain where they are strong will maintain where they are strong. What has happened generally is that the art form is evolving.
All right.
And it's getting better.
So that, when we use the word evolved, there are a lot of things that are evolving. And I know that you look, I mentioned how young you look now, but you are not a very young man. Was it hard for you to also evolve to this new social media comedy era?
Yeah, you see, the truth for every business, be it entertainment, whatever business you do, you must change with times. Otherwise, you'll be left behind. Okay, so, and same thing applies to stand-up comedy. You can't say, oh, I've been in the industry for 27 years now. I can't say, oh, I've been doing this thing for 27 years, so I'm a master of it. No way. These children will come and chase me out of business, okay? So I tell people that I see myself as a student. I'm a life student. I keep learning. I don't stop learning. I learn from the old ones. I learn from the new ones. In fact, one great thinker said, "The older you become, the younger your teachers." So I'm learning from younger people now because there's something fresh that they bring to the business. Okay, they appeal to their age bracket. So, which means they speak the language their generation will understand. And if I don't transition to understanding how to communicate with that generation, I'll get left behind. And that will be bad business for me. So, I have to keep learning, I have to keep evolving. And that is what I've been doing over time. That is why I'm still here.
All
That is why
right.
I will continue.
Oga, okay. My egbon, my
They
boss.
will
You know,
salute.
it's always great having a conversation with you. I feel like people can learn from your story, and thanks so much for inspiring us on stage. Mike
All right.
is here with me, and we're about to wrap up the show. I have to say
Mike,
thank you, thank you, thank you. Mike, Mike wanted to say something.
I
Really,
hear you.
Mike?
I'm sanitizing. Just this is very important for everybody.
Yes. Please stay safe, my egbon.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Your hands are covering your nose.
All right, and with that very interesting conversation, we have to wrap up on today's show.